Welcome, listener, to 10 Lessons from the Latte Factor. Why You Don't Have to Be Rich to Live Rich by David Bach. Lesson 1. Pay yourself first. Lesson 2. Start small, but start now. Lesson 3. Challenge your spending habits. Lesson 4. Automate your finances. Lesson 5. Invest your savings. Lesson 6. Set financial goals. Lesson 7. Educate yourself financially. Lesson 8. Live below your means. Lesson 9. Differentiate between needs and wants. Lesson 10. Seek professional financial advice. Let deep dive in the detail. Lesson 1. Pay yourself first. This is the core principle of the book. Instead of spending all your income and hoping there's something left to save, prioritize saving a portion of your income first, even if it's a small amount. Imagine standing in a bustling Brooklyn coffee shop, the aroma of fresh espresso filling the air. Zoe Daniels, a 27-year-old editor, clutches her $5 double-shot latte, a daily indulgence she barely thinks about. She's staring at a stunning photograph of a Mykonos fishing village, priced at $1,200, an amount that feels like a fantasy given her paycheck-to-paycheck life. Enter Henry, the wise barista at Helena's Coffee, who drops a bombshell. If you can afford that latte, you can afford this photograph. Zoe laughs, but Henry's serious. He's about to introduce her to the first secret of financial freedom. Pay yourself first. Let's dive into what this means, how Zoe applies it, and how you can use it to transform your own life, with examples that bring the concept to life. In The Latte Factor, Henry explains that most people spend their income backward. Picture your workday, from 9 a.m. to 11:30. Your earnings go to taxes. Uncle Sam takes his cut. From 11:30 to 2 p.m., you're paying rent or utilities. The afternoon covers transportation, groceries, maybe that takeout dinner or credit card bill. By 5 p.m., there's nothing left for you. Zoe nods, recognizing this pattern in her own life. Her salary vanishes into Brooklyn rent, student loans, and those Christmas gift charges she's still paying off. Henry's point is simple but revolutionary. Flip the script. Pay yourself first by setting aside a portion of your income, ideally the first hour of each day's earnings, for savings or investments before you pay anyone else. For Zoe, this idea feels impossible. Her budget is stretched thin, and saving seems like a luxury for people with extra money. But Henry breaks it down with a napkin sketch. That $5 latte, he says, costs $35 a week, or $1,825 a year. If Zoe invested that amount annually at a 10% return, it could grow to $30,727 in 10 years, $339,073 in 30 years, or a staggering $948,611 in 40 years. The magic is compound interest, small, consistent savings growing exponentially over time. Henry's not saying ditch the coffee. He's saying redirect small amounts to your future self first. Zoe's skeptical but intrigued. Could she really afford that Mykonos photograph, or even a trip there, by rethinking her spending? Let's explore how Pay Yourself First works through Zoe's journey and other examples. After her conversations with Henry, Zoe takes a hard look at her finances. She identifies her latte factor, small, habitual expenses like her daily coffee, frequent takeout, and a gym membership she rarely uses. These add up to about $15 a day. Inspired by Henry, she decides to start small. She'll save $10 a day, or $300 a month, by cutting back on takeout and brewing coffee at home a few days a week. She sets up an automatic transfer from her checking account to a savings account labeled photography course, ensuring the money is saved before she can spend it elsewhere. This is Pay Yourself First in action, prioritizing her future over immediate wants. Zoe's not alone in applying this principle. Consider Maria, a single mom and nurse in her 40s, who read The Latte Factor and realized her daily $3 bottled water habit was costing her $90 a month. She switched to a reusable water bottle, saving $60 monthly after occasional tap water refills. Maria set up an automatic transfer of $50 a month to a retirement account, paying herself first. Over 20 years at a 7% return, that $50 monthly could grow to $26,584, enough for a dream vacation or a cushion for emergencies. Maria didn't need a raise. She just redirected small expenses to build wealth. Then there's James, a 25-year-old graphic designer who smokes a pack a day at $7. Inspired by the book's charts, he calculates that quitting smoking saves $210 a month. He pays himself first by automatically investing $150 monthly into a low-cost index fund. At a 10% return, that could become $159,467 in 20 years or $474,702 in 30 years. James uses the remaining $60 to treat himself occasionally, proving you can live rich now while saving for tomorrow. His cigarette factor becomes his ticket to financial freedom. These examples show that pay yourself first isn't about deprivation. It's about intention. You don't need to save thousands. Just start with what you can. The book's charts illustrate this vividly. $5 daily savings at 10% grows to $948,612 in 40 years. $10 daily becomes $1,897,224. Even $1 a day, like skipping bottled water, can yield $519,732 over 50 years. The key is consistency and starting early, though Bach emphasizes it's never too late. For someone in their 50s, saving $20 a day with a partner, $600 monthly, could grow to $455,621 in 20 years, a significant nest egg. How can you apply Pay Yourself First? Start with the Latte Factor challenge from the book. Track your spending for one day to identify small, wasteful expenses. Maybe it's $4 on snacks, $10 on rideshares, or $15 on unused subscriptions. Pick one or two to cut, even partially, and redirect that amount to savings. Set up an automatic transfer to a 401k, IRA, or a dream account for goals like travel or education. Automating ensures you pay yourself first without willpower battles. If your employer offers a 401k match, contribute enough to get it. It's free money. Start small, $5 or $10 a day, and increase as you find more latte factors, like canceling premium cable or cooking more. Zoe's transformation shows the power of this principle. By saving $10 a day, she funds her photography course in 6 months, pays off credit card debt in 22 months, and builds an adventure account for trips to Maine, the Southwest, and Mykonos. She doesn't earn more. She spends smarter, prioritizing her values: freedom, adventure, beauty, and family. 3 years later, standing in Mykonos, camera in hand, Zoe feels like the richest woman in the world. Her small daily savings, compounded over time, bought her not just financial security, but a life of purpose. Pay Yourself First is about claiming your future. It's the first step in Bach's 3 secrets, setting the foundation for automation and living rich now. Whether you're a barista like Henry, a nurse like Maria, or a dreamer like Zoe, you can start today. Find your $5, save it first, and watch it grow. Your dreams, whether a photograph, a trip, or a worry-free retirement, are closer than you think. Lesson 2. Start small, but start now. Even small amounts saved consistently can have a significant impact over time due to compound interest. Don't wait for a larger income to start saving. Begin with what you have. Imagine Zoe Daniels, 27, standing in Helena's Coffee in Brooklyn, her double-shot latte in hand. She's gazing at a $1,200 photograph of a Mykonos fishing village, a dream that feels as distant as the Greek islands themselves. Her life is a treadmill of rent, student loans, and credit card debt, with no room for savings. Then Henry, the wise barista, shares a life-changing idea: you're richer than you think. He tells her that small, daily savings, like the cost of her $5 latte, can grow into a fortune if she starts now. This is the heart of the Latte Factor's message: start small, but start now. Let's explore how Zoe embraces this principle. Meet others who do the same, and see how you can take that first step today, no matter your circumstances. In the book, Henry introduces Zoe to the miracle of compound interest, showing her that even tiny amounts saved consistently can snowball over time. That $5 latte, he explains, costs $35 a week, or $1,825 a year. If invested at a 10% return, it could become $11,616 in 5 years, $62,171 in 15 years, or an astonishing $948,611 in 40 years. Zoe's stunned. How could skipping a coffee lead to such wealth? Henry's point isn't to guilt her about coffee. It's to show that small actions, started immediately, harness time's power. The sooner you start, the bigger your nest egg, he says, pointing to a chart that shows $5 daily savings growing to $2,598,659 over 50 years. The key is to begin, even if it's just $1 a day. Zoe's hesitant. Her budget feels like a house of cards. One wrong move, and it collapses. But Henry's napkin math convinces her to try. She starts small, saving $5 a day by brewing coffee at home 3 days a week and skipping bottled water. She sets up an automatic transfer to a savings account labeled photography course, ensuring her small savings are invested before she can spend them. Within 6 months, she saved $900, enough for the course she's dreamed of. This small step, started now, changes everything. It's not just about the money. It's about the confidence that she can shape her future. Let's meet others who embody start small, but start now. Take Sarah, a 22-year-old barista in Chicago, barely making ends meet. Inspired by the latte factor, she notices she spends $2 daily on vending machine snacks. That's $60 a month. Sarah decides to pack snacks from home, saving $50 monthly, and sets up an automatic transfer to a Roth IRA. At a 7% return, that $50 could grow to $15,383 in 15 years or $41,803 in 25 years. Money for a car or a down payment. Sarah started with pocket change, but by acting now, she's building a future she never thought possible. Then there's Raj, a 45-year-old teacher with 2 kids and a mortgage. He feels it's too late to save, with college tuition looming. Reading the book, he learns that $1 a day, the cost of his morning soda, could grow to $67,815 in 30 years at 10%. Raj starts small, cutting out sodas and saving $30 a month in a $529 college savings plan. Over 10 years, that's $6,145, a meaningful contribution to his kids' education. Raj proves the book's mantra. It's never too late to live rich, provided you start today. His small action, taken now, eases his financial stress. These stories echo Bach's own inspiration, shared in the book's conversation section. His grandmother, Rose, started saving $1 a week at age 30, working at a department store with no college degree. That tiny amount, invested consistently, grew her into a self-made millionaire. Rose's lesson to Bach was clear. Don't wait for a big paycheck or a perfect moment. Start with what you have, however small, and let time work its magic. Her $1 weekly savings, adjusted for inflation, is like $5 daily today, proof that small steps can lead to extraordinary outcomes. The book's charts drive this home. Saving $5 a day at 10% yields $30,727 in 10 years. $10 a day becomes $61,453. Even $1 daily, like Raj's soda, grows to $189,722 in 40 years. For late starters, the numbers are still compelling. At age 50, saving $20 daily with a partner, $600 monthly, could reach $455,621 in 20 years. The earlier you start, the better, but the real power is in starting now, not tomorrow. As Bach writes, money doesn't know your age. It's just math. How can you apply start small, but start now? Try the Latte Factor Challenge. For one day, track your spending to spot small expenses, maybe $3 on a snack, $6 on lunch, or $10 on a streaming service you rarely use. Pick one to cut, even by half, and redirect that amount to savings. Open a savings account or contribute to a 401k, starting with $1 or $5 a day. Automate the transfer to make it effortless, as Zoe did. If you're in debt, start small by paying an extra $10 monthly toward the balance while saving $5 for emergencies. Use tools like the Latte Factor calculator at davidbach.com to see your savings potential over time. Zoe's journey shows the impact of starting small. Her $5 daily savings grow into a photography course, then an adventure account for trips to Maine, the Southwest, and Mykonos. 3 years later, at 30, she's debt-free, a published photographer, and living her values: freedom, adventure, beauty, family. It began with a single step: saving $5 a day, started now. As she snaps photos in Mykonos, Zoe knows that small actions, taken immediately, made her the richest woman in the world. Start small, but start now is about seizing the moment. You don't need a fortune, just $1, a decision, and the courage to begin. Find your $1, save it today, and watch it grow. Your dreams are waiting, and time is your greatest ally. Start now. Lesson 3. Challenge your spending habits. Be mindful of your daily expenses and identify areas where you can cut back. Even small adjustments, like skipping daily lattes, can free up funds for saving and investing. Picture Zoe Daniels, 27, standing in Helena's Coffee in Brooklyn, her $5 latte steaming in her hand. She's staring at a breathtaking photograph of a Mykonos fishing village, priced at $1,200, a dream she's convinced she'll never afford. Her life is a blur of rent, student loans, and credit card debt, with no room for extras. Then Henry, the sage barista, offers a game-changing challenge. Track your spending for one day. Find your latte factor. In the latte factor, this idea, challenge your spending habits, is about questioning small, automatic expenses that drain your wallet and redirecting them toward your dreams. Let's follow Zoe's transformation, meet others who take the challenge, and discover how you can rethink your spending to live richer, starting today. Henry's challenge is deceptively simple. He tells Zoe that her daily latte, at $5, costs $35 a week, or $1,825 a year. Invested at a 10% return, that could grow to $30,727 in 10 years, or $948,611 in 40 years. The latte factor isn't just about coffee. It's any small, habitual purchase that doesn't serve your bigger goals. Zoe's skeptical but curious. She takes Henry's advice, jotting down every expense for a day. $5 latte, $12 takeout lunch, $3 bottled water, $10 rideshare, $2 app purchase. By evening, she's shocked. $32 on little things she barely noticed. That's $224 a week, nearly $12,000 a year. Henry's point hits home. Challenging these habits could fund her dreams, like that Mykonos photograph or a photography course. Zoe starts small. She brews coffee at home 3 days a week, saving $15. She swaps takeout for homemade lunches, cutting $8 daily. Canceling an unused streaming service saves $12 a month. These tweaks free up $25 a week, or $100 a month, which she automates into a dream account for her photography course. By questioning her spending, Zoe doesn't feel deprived. She feels empowered. Her money now reflects her values: freedom, adventure, beauty. Within 6 months, she's saved $600, halfway to her course. The Latte Factor Challenge isn't about sacrifice. It's about choosing what matters. Let's meet others who embrace this challenge. Consider Aisha, a 30-year-old graphic designer in Atlanta. She tracks her spending and discovers a $4 daily energy drink habit, $1.20 a month. Inspired by the book, Aisha switches to sparkling water she buys in bulk, saving $90 monthly. She redirects $75 to a savings account for a trip to Japan, a lifelong dream. At a 7% return, that $75 monthly could grow to $27,693 in 15 years, but Aisha's focused on the short term. Her Japan fund hits $900 in a year, enough for a plane ticket. By challenging her energy drink habit, Aisha turns mindless spending into a passport to adventure. Then there's Carlos, a 50-year-old delivery driver with a side hustle. His latte factor is $15 weekly on lottery tickets, hoping for a big win. That's $780 a year. After reading The Latte Factor, Carlos tracks his spending and realizes those tickets haven't paid off. He cuts back to $5 weekly, saving $520 annually, and invests it in a low-cost mutual fund. At 10%, that could grow to $13,855 in 15 years, a cushion for retirement. Carlos still enjoys the occasional ticket, but feels in control, knowing his money now works for him. His challenge revealed a habit that didn't serve his goal of financial security. These stories echo Bach's broader message: rooted in his grandmother's wisdom. Rose saved $1 a week to become a millionaire, not by earning a fortune, but by questioning every expense and prioritizing savings. In the book, Bach's Latte Factor Challenge and Double Latte Factor Challenge push readers to dig deeper. The first tracks daily spending to spot small leaks. The second examines monthly bills, like cable, gym memberships, or phone plans, for bigger savings. For Zoe, the Double Latte Factor reveals a $50 cable package she rarely uses. Canceling it saves $600 a year, which she splits between debt repayment and her adventure account. These challenges show that wealth hides in the habits we overlook. The book's charts make the stakes clear. Zoe's $5 daily latte, if saved, grows to $339,073 in 30 years at 10%. Aisha's $4 energy drinks could yield $208,370 in 25 years. Even $1 a day, like Carlos's lottery savings, becomes $67,815 in 30 years. The math proves that challenging small habits isn't trivial, it's transformative. Bach emphasizes that anyone can start, regardless of income. A $2 daily savings for someone earning minimum wage grows to $135,630 in 30 years. The key is to question, redirect, and act now. How can you challenge your spending habits? Take the Latte Factor Challenge. For one day, track every penny: coffee, snacks, apps, rides. Use a notebook or app to spot your $3 or $5 leaks. Then try the Double Latte Factor. Review monthly subscriptions, memberships, or dining out. Pick one habit to tweak. Maybe skip vending machine snacks or downgrade a streaming plan. Redirect the savings to a 401k, IRA, or a goal like travel or education. Automate the transfer to make it stick, as Zoe did. Visit davidbach.com for the Latte Factor Calculator to see your savings potential. Share your findings with a friend for accountability, as Bach suggests. Zoe's journey shows the power of this principle. By challenging her latte, takeout, and cable habits, she saves $200 a month. This funds her photography course, pays off credit card debt, and builds an adventure account for trips to Maine, the Southwest, and Mykonos. 3 years later, at 30, she's in Mykonos, camera in hand, living her promise to her late mother to live it all. Her small habit changes, started with a single day's challenge, made her rich, not just in money, but in purpose. Challenge Your Spending Habits is about waking up to your choices. Your latte factor, whether coffee, snacks, or subscriptions, is a hidden fortune waiting to be claimed. Track one day, question one habit, redirect $1. Start small, start now, and watch your dreams come into focus. You're richer than you think. Lesson 4. Automate your finances. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts, making it effortless to consistently save a portion of your income and preventing the temptation to spend it elsewhere. Imagine Zoe Daniels, 27, sitting in Helena's Coffee in Brooklyn, her $5 latte in hand, staring at a $1,200 photograph of a Mykonos fishing village. Her paycheck vanishes into rent, student loans, and credit card debt, leaving nothing for dreams like this. Henry, the wise barista, has already shown her the power of small savings through the Latte Factor. Now he shares the second secret from the Latte Factor. Don't budget. Make it automatic. In a world where budgeting feels like a chore, automation is the key to effortless wealth building. Let's explore how Zoe embraces this principle. Meet others who automate their finances, and discover how you can set your money on autopilot to live richer, starting today. Henry explains to Zoe that budgets often fail because they rely on discipline, which wanes under stress or temptation. You don't need willpower, he says, you need a system. By automating savings, setting up transfers from your paycheck to a 401k, savings account, or dream account, you pay yourself first without thinking about it. Zoe's intrigued but doubtful. Her budget is tight, and she's tried budgeting apps before, only to abandon them. Henry shows her the math. Saving $10 a day, the cost of her latte and takeout, could grow to $61,453 in 10 years at a 10% return. Automating that $10 ensures it happens, no effort required. Set it and forget it, he says, smiling. Zoe takes the plunge. She identifies her latte factor, $5 latte, $8 takeout lunch, $3 bottled water, totaling $16 daily. She cuts back, saving $10 a day, and meets with her company's HR to set up a 401k contribution of $150 a month. She also opens a savings account labeled Adventure Account and automates a $150 monthly transfer, funded by canceling an unused gym membership and cooking more. The first month, she barely notices the difference in her spending, but her accounts grow steadily. Automation makes saving as automatic as paying her rent, freeing Zoe to focus on her dreams, like a photography course or a trip to Mykonos. Let's meet others who automate their finances. Take Liam, a 29-year-old teacher in Denver. He spends $6 daily on fast food, a $180 monthly habit. Inspired by the latte factor, Liam tracks his spending and switches to meal prepping, saving $120 a month. He sets up an automatic transfer of $100 to a Roth IRA, where it could grow to $37,258 in 15 years at a 7% return. Liam also automates $20 monthly to a savings account for a new laptop, hitting his $600 goal in 30 months. By automating, Liam builds wealth and achieves goals without constant budgeting battles, proving that small, automatic savings add up. Then there's Priya, a 42-year-old nurse and single mom. She feels overwhelmed by bills and college savings for her daughter. Her latte factor is a $40 monthly magazine subscription bundle she rarely reads. Priya cancels it, saving $480 a year, and automates $40 monthly to a $529 college plan. At a 10% return, that could grow to $10,642 in 10 years, a solid start for tuition. She also automates $25 monthly to an emergency fund, reaching $1,000 in 3 years. Automation gives Priya peace of mind, knowing her daughter's future and her own security are growing, even on a tight budget. These stories reflect Bach's philosophy, rooted in his grandmother's example. Rose automated her $1 weekly savings, which grew her into a millionaire over decades. In the book, Bach emphasizes that automation leverages compound interest. Zoe's $10 daily savings, automated, could become $339,073 in 30 years at 10%. Liam's $100 monthly IRA contributions could reach $263,365 in 30 years. Even Priya's $1 daily savings, $30 a month, could grow to $20,344 in 20 years. The book's charts show that automating small amounts, like $5 a day, yields $948,611 in 40 years. Automation ensures consistency, turning tiny habits into big results. How can you automate your finances? Start with the Latte Factor Challenge. Track your spending for 1 day to find small expenses, $4 snacks, $10 dining out, $15 subscriptions. Pick one to cut, even partially, and redirect the savings. Set up a 401k contribution through your employer, especially if they match. It's free money. Open a savings account for a goal, like travel or education, and automate a daily or monthly transfer, starting with $5 or $10. If you're tackling debt, automate an extra $10 monthly payment while saving $5 for emergencies. Use online banking tools or apps to schedule transfers right after payday. Visit davidbach.com for resources like the Latte Factor Calculator to project your savings growth. Zoe's transformation shows automation's power. Her $300 monthly savings, $150 to her 401k, $150 to her adventure account, grow quietly. Within a year, her photography course is funded. By year 3, she's paid off credit card debt, built an emergency fund, and saved for trips to Maine, the Southwest, and Mykonos. Standing in Mykonos at 30, camera in hand, Zoe feels rich, not just in money, but in freedom. Automation made it effortless, turning her small savings into a life of purpose, honoring her mother's dying wish to live it all. Automate your finances is about making wealth building as easy as brewing coffee. Find your latte factor, redirect a few dollars, and set up automatic transfers. Start small, start now, and let the system work. Your dreams, whether a trip, a course, or a secure future, are closer than you think. Set it, forget it, and live rich. Lesson 5. Invest your savings. Don't just keep your savings stagnant. Invest them in a way that allows them to grow over time, potentially outpacing inflation and increasing your long-term financial security. Picture Zoe Daniels, 27, in Helena's Coffee in Brooklyn, her $5 latte in hand, gazing at a $1,200 photograph of a Mykonos fishing village. Her life is a cycle of rent, student loans, and credit card debt, with dreams like this feeling out of reach. Henry, the wise barista, has taught her to spot her latte factor and automate savings. Now, he shares a game changer from the Latte Factor: invest your savings. By putting small savings into investments that grow through compound interest, Zoe can turn pocket change into a fortune. Let's follow her journey, meet others who invest their savings, and see how you can make your money work for you, starting today. Henry explains to Zoe that saving is only half the equation. Investing is where the magic happens. That $5 latte, he says, costs $1,825 a year. If invested at a 10% annual return, it could grow to $30,727 in 10 years, $339,073 in 30 years, or an astonishing $948,611 in 40 years. The secret is compound interest, where your money earns returns, and those returns earn more returns, snowballing over time. Zoe's intimidated. She's no Wall Street expert. But Henry assures her that investing doesn't require a finance degree. Simple options, like a 401k or low-cost index funds, can work for anyone. Start small, invest now, and let time do the heavy lifting, he says. Zoe takes action. She's already saving $10 a day by cutting her latte, takeout, and in-used subscriptions. Following Henry's advice, she meets with HR to contribute $150 a month to her company's 401k, which invests in a diversified stock fund. Her employer matches 50%, adding $75 monthly, free money. She also automates $150 a month to a brokerage account, investing in a low-cost S&P 500 index fund. At a 10% return, her $300 monthly investments could grow to $183,645 in 20 years. Zoe's amazed. Her small savings, invested wisely, are building a future where Mykonos isn't just a photograph, it's a destination. Let's meet others who invest their savings. Consider Jamal, a 25-year-old retail worker in Miami. His latte factor is $3 daily on energy drinks, or $90 a month. Inspired by the latte factor, he switches to homemade iced tea, saving $70 monthly. Jamal automates $50 to a Roth IRA, investing in a target date fund that adjusts risk as he ages. At a 7% return, that $50 could grow to $15,383 in 15 years or $41,803 in 25 years. He uses the remaining $20 for a local art class, balancing investing with living rich now. Jamal's small investment, started early, sets him up for a secure future. Then there's Elena, a 38-year-old office manager with a mortgage and kids. She feels investing is for the wealthy, but her $12 monthly magazine subscriptions, her double latte factor, add up to $144 a year. Elena cancels them, redirecting $120 annually to a $529 college savings plan for her son, invested in a balanced mutual fund. At a 10% return, that $10 monthly could grow to $3,181 in 10 years, a step toward tuition. She also invests $20 monthly in a bond fund for emergencies, reaching $3,054 in 10 years. Elena's modest investments prove that even busy parents can build wealth with small sums. These stories echo Bach's inspiration, shared in the book. His grandmother, Rose, invested $1 a week in mutual funds, growing it into millions over decades. The book's charts illustrate the power of investing. $5 daily at 10% becomes $948,611 in 40 years. $10 daily reaches $1,897,224. Even $1 a day, like Elena's savings, grows to $67,815 in 30 years. Bach notes that while 10% returns are optimistic, 6 to 7% is realistic for diversified funds. still yielding significant growth. The key is to invest consistently, leveraging time and automation. How can you invest your savings? Start with the Latte Factor Challenge. Track one day's spending to find $3 to $10 in small expenses, snacks, apps, or subscriptions. Redirect that amount to savings, then invest it. If your employer offers a 401k, contribute enough to get the match, choosing a stock or target date fund. Open a Roth IRA or brokerage account with a low-cost provider like Vanguard or Fidelity, and invest in an S&P 500 index fund or ETF. Automate monthly contributions, starting with $5 or $10. For goals like education, use a 529 plan. For safety, try bond funds. Visit davidbach.com for tools like the Latte Factor Calculator to project growth. If you're new to investing, read Bach's Smart Women Finish Rich or consult a fee-only advisor. Zoe's journey shows investing's impact. Her $300 monthly investments, $150 to her 401k, $150 to an index fund, grow steadily. By age 30, she's paid off credit card debt, funded a photography course, and saved for trips to Maine, the Southwest, and Mykonos. Standing in Mykonos, camera in hand, she honors her mother's wish to live it all. Her small, invested savings made her rich in freedom and purpose, proving that wealth isn't about income. It's about making money work. Invest your savings is about letting compound interest work its magic. Find your $5, automate it into an investment, and start now. Your dreams, a trip, a home, a worry-free retirement, are closer than you think. Invest small, dream big, and live rich. Lesson 6. Set financial goals. Having clear financial goals, such as saving for a down payment on a house or retirement, can provide motivation and direction for your saving and investing efforts. Imagine Zoe Daniels, 27, standing in Helena's Coffee in Brooklyn, her $5 latte in hand, staring at a $1,200 photograph of a Mykonos fishing village. Her life is a grind of rent, student loans, and credit card debt, with dreams like travel or photography feeling impossible. Henry, the wise barista, has taught her to save and invest her Latte Factor. Now, he poses a deeper question from the Latte Factor. What do you want your money to do for you? In the book, setting financial goals is about aligning your money with your values, freedom, adventure, security, to live rich now. Let's follow Zoe's journey, meet others who set goals, and discover how you can define your financial path, starting today. Henry's third secret, live rich now, challenges Zoe to clarify her priorities. He asks, what matters most to you? Zoe hesitates, then lists freedom, adventure, and beauty. Later, after her mother's cancer diagnosis, she adds family. Henry explains that financial goals aren't just numbers, they're promises to yourself, rooted in what makes life meaningful. Without goals, money slips away on things like lattes or takeout that don't reflect your dreams. He suggests Zoe set specific goals, like funding a photography course or traveling to Mykonos, and tie her savings to them. Give your money a purpose, he says, and it'll work as hard as you do. Zoe takes this to heart. She sets 3 goals. Pay off her $3,000 credit card debt in 2 years, save $1,200 for a photography course in 6 months, and build an adventure account for travel. She automates $10 daily, $300 monthly, from her Latte Factor savings, lattes, takeout, subscriptions, into 2 accounts, $150 for debt and $150 for her course. Later, she adds $100 monthly for travel. These goals give her clarity. Every dollar saved brings her closer to freedom and adventure. Within a year, her course is funded, and by year 3, she's debt-free and photographing Mykonos, living her values. Let's meet others who set financial goals. Take Mia, a 24-year-old barista in Seattle. Her Latte Factor is $4 daily on smoothies, or $120 a month. Inspired by the book, she cuts back to $40 and redirects $80 monthly to her goals. $50 to an emergency fund for security, $30 to a music gear account for a new guitar. At a 7% return, her $50 could grow to $3,846 in 5 years, a safety net. Her guitar fund hits $720 in 2 years, letting her perform at open mics. Mia's goals, security and creativity, guide her spending, making every saved dollar feel like a step toward her dreams. Then there's Sanjay, a 45-year-old IT consultant with a young daughter. His double latte factor is a $60 monthly streaming bundle he barely uses. Sanjay cancels it, saving $720 a year, and sets two goals: $500 annually for a $529 college plan and $220 for family vacations. He automates $40 monthly to the $529, which could grow to $10,642 in 10 years at 10%, and $18 monthly to a travel fund, hitting $1,000 in 4 years for a Disney trip. Sanjay's goals: education and family memories, keep him focused, turning mindless spending into meaningful progress. These stories reflect Bach's philosophy, inspired by his grandmother, Rose, who set a goal to save $1 a week and became a millionaire. The book's charts show why goals matter. $5 daily savings, invested at 10%, grows to $339,073 in 30 years. $10 daily reaches $1,897,224 in 40 years. Zoe's $10 daily funds her course and travel. Mia's $80 monthly builds her future. Sanjay's $60 monthly secures his daughter's education. Bach stresses that goals should be specific, measurable, and tied to your values, whether it's debt freedom, travel, or retirement. How can you set financial goals? Start with Henry's question: what matters most to you? List 3 values: security, adventure, family, and match them to goals. Examples: save $1,000 for emergencies in 1 year, pay off $2,000 debt in 18 months, or fund a $500 course in 6 months. Do the Latte Factor Challenge. Track 1 day's spending to find $5 to $10 in small expenses, coffee, snacks, apps. Redirect that to your goals via automated transfers to a 401k, IRA, or savings account. Use davidbach.com's Latte Factor calculator to see growth potential. Write your goals down, as Bach suggests, and review them monthly to stay on track. Zoe's journey shows the power of goals. Her $300 monthly savings, $150 for debt, $150 for her course, later $100 for travel, transform her life. By 30, she's debt-free, a published photographer, and in Mykonos, honoring her mother's wish to live it all. Her goals gave her money purpose, turning small savings into freedom, adventure, and beauty. As Bach writes, you don't have to be rich to live rich, you just need a plan. Set financial goals is about giving your money a mission. Define what matters, save $1, invest it, and automate it. Start small, start now, and watch your dreams take shape. You're closer to living rich than you think. Lesson 7. Educate yourself financially. Invest time in learning about personal finance, including budgeting, investing strategies, and wealth-building principles. Knowledge empowers you to make informed financial decisions. Picture Zoe Daniels, 27, standing in Helena's Coffee in Brooklyn, her $5 latte in hand, gazing at a $1,200 photograph of a Mykonos fishing village. Her life is a hamster wheel of rent, student loans, and credit card debt, with dreams like travel or photography feeling like fantasies. Henry, the wise barista, has taught her to save, invest, and set goals through the Latte Factor. But to truly transform her future, Zoe needs one more tool: financial education. In the book, Bach emphasizes that knowledge is the foundation of wealth. Understanding money empowers you to make it work for you. Let's follow Zoe's journey, meet others who educate themselves financially, and see how you can start learning today. Henry's lessons spark a realization in Zoe. She's never been taught how money works. Her parents argued about bills, her school skipped personal finance, and her job offers no guidance. When Henry explains compound interest, how her $5 daily latte, invested at 10%, could grow to $948,611 in 40 years, Zoe's mind races. But terms like 401k and index funds feel like a foreign language. Henry encourages her to learn, starting small. Read a book, take a class, ask questions, he says. Knowledge turns fear into power. Zoe borrows Bach's Smart Women Finish Rich from the library and attends a free workplace seminar on retirement plans. She learns about employer 401k matches, low-cost funds, and debt repayment strategies, demystifying finance step by step. Zoe applies her new knowledge. She sets up a 401k contribution of $150 a month, leveraging her company's 50% match, free money she didn't know existed. She researches index funds on davidbach.com, investing $150 monthly in a low-cost S&P 500 fund. She also learns about snowballing debt, paying off small balances first, slashing her $3,000 credit card debt in 22 months. Her education doesn't stop. She joins a financial book club with her friend Georgia, discussing concepts like compound interest and emergency funds. This knowledge fuels Zoe's confidence, turning her latte factor savings into a path to Mykonos and a photography course. Let's meet others who educate themselves financially. Take Emma, a 23-year-old retail worker in Portland. Her latte factor is $3 daily on vending machine snacks, or $90 a month. Emma's clueless about investing until she stumbles on the latte factor and visits davidbach.com. She watches free videos on IRAs and reads articles on compound interest, learning that $50 monthly in a Roth IRA at 7% could grow to $15,383 in 15 years. Emma opens an IRA, automating $50 from her snack savings, and listens to finance podcasts during her commute. Her newfound knowledge helps her negotiate a raise, boosting her savings. Emma's education transforms her from financially lost to empowered. Then there's Malik, a 40-year-old mechanic with a mortgage and 2 kids. His double latte factor is a $45 monthly gaming subscription he rarely uses. Malik cancels it, saving $540 a year, but doesn't know where to invest it. He enrolls in a community center's free personal finance workshop, learning about 529 college plans and emergency funds. Malik automates $30 monthly to a $529 for his kids, which could grow to $7,962 in 10 years at 10%, and $15 monthly to his savings account. He also reads The Automatic Millionaire, Grasping Automation's Power. Malik's education ensures his savings work toward his goals, education, and security, without guesswork. These stories echo Bach's message, inspired by his grandmother, Rose, who educated herself to turn $1 weekly savings into millions. The book's charts show why knowledge matters. $5 daily, invested at 10%, grows to $339,073 in 30 years. $10 daily reaches $1,897,224 in 40 years. Zoe's 401k and index fund investments, Emma's IRA, and Malik's 529 plan all stem from learning the basics. Bach stresses that financial education is accessible. Free online resources, library books, and workplace seminars can start you off. As he writes, you don't need to be an expert. You just need to know enough to act. How can you educate yourself financially? Start with one resource. Read The Latte Factor or Smart Women Finish Rich, available at libraries. Visit davidbach.com for free calculators and articles on investing, debt, and retirement. Watch YouTube channels like The Financial Diet or listen to podcasts like Planet Money. Attend a free financial seminar at work or a community center. Do the Latte Factor Challenge to find $5 to $10 daily savings. Then learn about 401k, or IRAs to invest them. Ask a trusted friend or fee-only advisor for guidance. Join a financial book club or online forum to share ideas. Spend 15 minutes a week learning. One concept, like compound interest, can change everything. Zoe's journey shows education's impact. Her knowledge of 401k matches, index funds, and debt repayment turns $300 monthly savings into debt freedom, a photography course, and trips to Maine, the Southwest, and Mykonos. At 30, in Mykonos with her camera, Zoe honors her mother's wish to live it all. Her financial education made her rich in confidence and purpose, proving that knowledge is the key to wealth. As Bach says, you're richer than you think, once you know how to think. Educate yourself financially is about taking control through knowledge. Learn one term, read one book, ask one question. Start small, start now, and watch your financial future grow. Your dreams are waiting, and understanding money will get you there. Lesson 8. Live below your means. Avoid lifestyle inflation, where you spend more as your income increases. Instead, maintain a modest lifestyle and prioritize saving and investing over unnecessary spending. Imagine Zoe Daniels, 27, standing in Helena's Coffee in Brooklyn, her $5 latte in hand, captivated by a $1,200 photograph of a Mykonos fishing village. Her paycheck disappears into rent, student loans, and credit card debt, leaving her dreams, like travel or photography, out of reach. Henry, the wise barista, has taught her to save, invest, and set goals through the Latte Factor. Now, he shares a cornerstone of financial freedom: live below your means. In the book, this means spending less than you earn, redirecting the surplus to your goals. Let's follow Zoe's journey, meet others who embrace this principle, and discover how you can live richly by living lean, starting today. Henry explains to Zoe that living below your means isn't about deprivation, it's about choice. Her $5 latte, $12 takeout lunch, and $10 rideshare add up to $27 a day, or $9,855 a year, more than half her discretionary income. By spending everything she earns, she's trapped in a cycle of scarcity. Henry shows her a chart: saving $10 daily, invested at 10%, could grow to $339,073 in 30 years. Spend less than you make, he says, and you'll have money for what matters: freedom, adventure, beauty. Zoe realizes she's been spending to keep up with coworkers, not to build her dreams. Living below her means could change that. Zoe starts small. She brews coffee at home 4 days a week, saving $20. She packs lunches, cutting $8 daily, and walks instead of taking rideshares, saving $5. These tweaks free up $33 a day, or $1,000 a month. She automates $150 to her 401k, $150 to a photography course fund, and $100 to an adventure account, still leaving room for occasional treats. Living below her means feels empowering. She's no longer living paycheck to paycheck. Within a year, her course is funded, and by year 3, she's debt-free and photographing Mykonos, living her values without a bigger salary. Let's meet others who live below their means. Take Chloe, a 26-year-old receptionist in Austin. Her latte factor is $6 daily on fast food, or $180 a month. Inspired by the Latte Factor, Chloe meal preps, saving $120 monthly. She earns $2,500 a month, but spends $2,000, automating $100 to a Roth IRA and $100 to a car fund. At 7%, her IRA could grow to $30,767 in 15 years. Her car fund hits $2,400 in 2 years, letting her buy a used car without debt. Chloe's choice to live below her $2,500 income, spending intentionally on necessities and goals, gives her financial peace and flexibility. Then there's Javier, a 50-year-old bus driver with a pension but no savings. His double latte factor is a $75 monthly cable package he barely watches. Javier downgrades to a $20 streaming plan, saving $55 monthly or $660 a year. He earns $3,000 monthly but spends $2,600, automating $200 to a mutual fund and $100 to a travel fund. At 10%, his $200 could grow to $63,787 in 15 years, bolstering retirement. His travel fund reaches $1,200 in 4 years for a family trip to Puerto Rico. Javier's modest lifestyle below his income ensures security and memories, proving it's never too late. These stories echo Bach's inspiration from his grandmother, Rose, who lived frugally, saving $1 a week to become a millionaire. The book's charts highlight the impact. $5 daily savings at 10% grows to $948,611 in 40 years. $10 daily reaches $1,897,224. Zoe's $400 monthly surplus, Chloe's $200, and Javier's $300 all fuel wealth because they spend less than they earn. Bach stresses that living below your means scales to any income. Even minimum wage earners can save $1 a day, growing to $67,815 in 30 years at 10%. How can you live below your means? Do the Latte Factor Challenge. Track 1 day's spending to find $5 to $10 in small expenses: coffee, dining out, subscriptions. Cut 1. Like Chloe's fast food or Javier's cable. Review monthly bills, double latte factor, for bigger savings, like gym memberships or phone plans. Calculate your monthly income, then aim to spend 10 to 20% less. Automate the surplus to a 401k, IRA, or goal-specific account, like travel or debt repayment. Use davidbach.com's calculator to see your savings growth. Live intentionally, by what aligns with your values, skip what doesn't. Zoe's journey shows the power of this principle. By living below her means, her $400 monthly surplus funds a photography course, clears debt, and builds an adventure account for trips to Maine, the Southwest, and Mykonos. At 30, in Mykonos with her camera, Zoe honors her mother's wish to live it all. Living below her means didn't shrink her life, it expanded it, making her rich in freedom and purpose. As Bach writes, you don't need a fortune to live rich, just a gap between earning and spending. Live below your means is about choosing freedom over excess. Find your $5, spend less, and invest the rest. Start small, start now, and watch your dreams grow. You're richer than you think. Lesson 9. Differentiate between needs and wants. Distinguish between essential needs and fleeting desires. Prioritize your needs and avoid impulse purchases fueled by fleeting wants. Imagine Zoe Daniels, 27, standing in Helena's Coffee in Brooklyn, her $5 latte in hand, mesmerized by a $1,200 photograph of a Mykonos fishing village. Her paycheck vanishes into rent, student loans, and credit card debt, leaving her dreams of travel or photography out of reach. Henry, the wise barista, has guided her to save and invest through the latte factor. Now he poses a critical challenge. What's a need and what's a want? In the book, Distinguishing Needs, essentials like shelter and food, from wants, non-essential desires like lattes, frees up money for your goals. Let's follow Zoe's journey, meet others who master this skill, and learn how you can prioritize your spending, starting today. Henry explains that most people blur needs and wants, spending on wants like daily coffee or new gadgets while struggling with essentials. Zoe's $5 latte, $12 takeout lunch, and $15 monthly streaming subscriptions total $32 a day, or $11,680 a year. Henry asks her to list her true needs: rent, utilities, groceries, loan payments. Wants: lattes, takeout, subscriptions, and rideshares. By cutting wants, she could save $10 a day, which, invested at 10%, could grow to $339,073 in 30 years. Needs keep you alive, Henry says. Wants should serve your dreams. Zoe realizes she's been prioritizing wants, keeping up with coworkers, over her values: freedom, adventure, beauty, and family. Zoe takes stock. Her needs: rent, $1,200, utilities, $150, groceries, $300, loans, $400, total $2,050 monthly. Her wants: lattes, $150, takeout, $240, subscriptions, $45, rideshares, $100, add $535. She cuts back: brewing coffee at home, $100 saved, packing lunches, $180 saved, canceling and used subscriptions, $45 saved, and walking more, $50 saved. This frees $375 monthly. She automates $150 to her 401k, $150 for a photography course, and $75 for an adventure account. Distinguishing needs from wants doesn't feel like sacrifice. It aligns her money with her dreams, funding her course in 8 months. Let's meet others who differentiate needs and wants. Take Layla, a 29-year-old graphic designer in Chicago. Her wants include $7 daily on gourmet sandwiches, or $210 a month. Inspired by the latte factor, Layla lists her needs: rent, $900, utilities, $100, groceries, $250, insurance, $150, $1, $400 total. Her wants: sandwiches, $60 clothing subscription, $30 ride-hailing, total $300. She switches to homemade lunches, $150 saved, cancels the clothing service, $60 saved, and bikes to work, $30 saved. Layla automates $200 to a Roth IRA, which could grow to $59,533 in 15 years at 7%, and $40 for art supplies, her passion. By prioritizing needs, Layla funds her goals without a raise. Then there's Rosa, a 47-year-old teacher with a teenage son. Her double latte factor is a $100 monthly premium phone plan with unused features. Rosa's needs: mortgage, $1,500, utilities, $200, groceries, $400, car, $300, total $2,400. Her wants: phone plan, $50 dining out, $40 spa visits, add $190. She downgrades her phone plan, $60 saved, cooks more, $30 saved, and skips spa visits, $40 saved, saving $130 monthly. Rosa automates $80 to a $529 college plan, potentially $21,273 in 10 years at 10%, and $50 to a vacation fund. Distinguishing needs from wants ensures Rosa's money supports her son's future and family memories. These stories reflect Bach's wisdom, inspired by his grandmother, Rose, who prioritized needs to save $1 a week, becoming a millionaire. The book's charts show the stakes. $5 daily wants, redirected and invested at 10%, grow to $948,611 in 40 years. $10 daily reaches $1,897,224. Zoe's $375 monthly savings, Layla's $240, and Rose's $130 fuel wealth by cutting wants. Bach emphasizes that anyone can start. Saving $1 a day, like skipping a soda, grows to $67,815 in 30 years at 10%. Knowing needs from wants turns mindless spending into intentional wealth. How can you differentiate needs and wants? Do the Latte Factor Challenge. Track 1 day's spending to spot wants: $5 coffee, $10 dining, $3 apps. List monthly needs: rent, utilities, food, debt payments. List wants: subscriptions, takeout, hobbies. Cut one want, like Layla's sandwiches or Rose's phone plan, saving $5 to $10 daily. Automate the savings to a 401k, IRA, or goal like travel or education. Review monthly bills, double latte factor, for bigger cuts like cable or gym memberships. Use davidbach.com's calculator to project growth. Align wants with values. Spend on what sparks joy, skip the rest. Zoe's journey shows the power of this principle. By prioritizing needs and trimming wants, her $375 monthly surplus clears debt, funds a photography course, and builds an adventure account for trips to Maine, the Southwest, and Mykonos. At 30, in Mykonos with her camera, Zoe honors her mother's wish to live it all. Distinguishing needs from wants made her rich in purpose, not just money. As Bach writes, live rich now by choosing what matters. Differentiate between needs and wants is about spending with intention. List your needs, question your wants, and redirect the difference. Start small, start now, and watch your dreams come alive. You're richer than you think. Lesson 10. Seek professional financial advice. Consider consulting a financial advisor to build a personalized financial plan tailored to your specific goals, risk tolerance, and financial situation. Imagine Zoe Daniels, 27, standing in Helena's Coffee in Brooklyn, her $5 latte in hand, captivated by a $1,200 photograph of a Mykonos fishing village. Her paycheck vanishes into rent, student loans, and credit card debt, leaving dreams like travel or photography out of reach. Henry, the wise barista, has taught her to save, invest, and prioritize needs through the Latte Factor. Now, he shares a final key: seek professional financial advice. In the book, Bach stresses that experts can clarify complex decisions, ensuring your money works smarter. Let's follow Zoe's journey, meet others who seek advice, and discover how you can leverage professionals to live richer, starting today. Henry tells Zoe that while she's learned to save $10 daily, her latte factor of lattes and takeout, navigating investments, taxes, or debt repayment can be daunting. A financial advisor, he says, is like a guide on a mountain climb, helping you avoid pitfalls. Zoe's hesitant. Advisors seem for the wealthy. But Henry suggests a fee-only advisor, who charges by the hour, not commissions, ensuring unbiased advice. Zoe's $10 daily savings, invested at 10%, could grow to $339,073 in 30 years, per the book's charts. An advisor could optimize that growth. You don't need to know everything, Henry says, but you need someone who does. Zoe acts. She finds a fee-only certified financial planner, CFP, through the XY Planning Network, costing $150 for a 1-hour session. The advisor reviews her $300 monthly savings, $150 to a 401k, $150 to a photography course fund, and suggests tweaks. Increase her 401k to max the employer match, open a Roth IRA for tax-free growth, and snowball her $3,000 credit card debt by paying high-interest cards first. The advisor also recommends a low-cost S&P 500 index fund for her adventure account. These changes save Zoe $200 in interest and boost her investment's growth. The $150 fee pays off, giving her a clear plan to fund her course and travel to Mykonos. Let's meet others who seek professional advice. Take Noah, a 30-year-old nurse in Phoenix. His latte factor is $5 daily on energy drinks, or $150 a month. Inspired by the latte factor, Noah saves $100 monthly but doesn't know where to invest. He consults a fee-only advisor for $100, who recommends a Roth IRA with a target date fund, projecting $29,906 in 15 years at 7%. The advisor also spots an overpriced insurance policy, saving Noah $50 monthly. Noah automates $150 to his IRA, using the $50 for a gym membership, balancing health and wealth. The advisor's guidance turns Noah's savings into a secure future. Then there's Anita, a 55-year-old librarian nearing retirement. Her double latte factor is a $70 monthly cable package she rarely uses. Anita cancels it, saving $840 a year, but worries about retirement. She hires a CFP for $200, who reviews her $250 monthly savings and pension. The advisor suggests a balanced mutual fund for her $200 monthly investments, potentially $63,787 in 15 years at 10%, and a $50 monthly bond fund for safety. They also optimize her Social Security claiming strategy, boosting her benefits by $300 monthly. Anita's advice session ensures her retirement aligns with her goal of travel and family time. These stories reflect Bach's philosophy, inspired by his grandmother, Rose, who sought advice to grow her $1 weekly savings into millions. The book's charts show the stakes. $5 daily at 10% grows to $948,611 in 40 years. $10 daily reaches $1,897,224. Zoe's optimized investments, Noah's IRA, and Anita's retirement plan thrive with expert guidance. Bach recommends fee-only advisors, found through networks like NAPFA or XY Planning, to avoid conflicts of interest. Even one session can clarify your path, making your latte factor savings work harder. How can you seek professional financial advice? Start with the Latte Factor Challenge. Track 1 day's spending to save $5 to $10 daily, coffee, snacks, apps. Use those savings to fund a consultation. Find a fee-only CFP via xyplanningnetwork.com or napfa.org, expecting $100 to $250 per session. Prepare questions. How should I invest my 401k? What's the best debt repayment strategy? Can I afford my goals, like travel or education? If funds are tight, attend free workplace financial seminars or use online tools at davidbach.com, like the Latte Factor Calculator. For complex needs, like taxes or estate planning, consider a CPA or estate attorney. One expert conversation can save thousands. Zoe's journey shows the power of advice. Her advisor's tweaks, maxing her 401k match, opening a Roth IRA, snowballing debt, save interest, and grow her $300 monthly savings faster. By 30, she's debt-free, has funded a photography course, and is photographing Mykonos, honoring her mother's wish to live it all. Professional advice made her rich in clarity and purpose. As Bach writes, you don't need to be rich to live rich, just smart enough to ask for help. Seek professional financial advice is about leveraging expertise, to amplify your efforts. Save $1, invest it, and consult a pro to make it soar. Start small, start now, and watch your dreams take flight. You're richer than you think. Recap summary of The Latte Factor by David Bach and John David Mann. The Latte Factor: Why You Don't Have to Be Rich to Live Rich by David Bach and John David Mann. This is a story about Zoe Daniels, a 27-year-old New Yorker who feels trapped in a cycle of financial struggle, yearning for a life of freedom and adventure. Through a heartfelt parable, the authors deliver 3 simple yet profound secrets to financial independence, wrapped in a narrative that's both relatable and inspiring. We'll follow Zoe's journey from paycheck to paycheck survival to a life of purpose and possibility, and explore how you, too, can apply these lessons to live rich, starting today. So, settle in, maybe skip that $5 latte, and let's dive into Zoe's story and the wisdom that could reshape your financial future. Chapter 1. A Life on Autopilot. Picture a hectic Monday morning in New York City. Zoe Daniels, a 27-year-old associate editor at a prestigious travel magazine, is rushing through her morning routine. She grabs her double-shot latte from Helena's Coffee in Brooklyn, her daily ritual, and boards the L train to Lower Manhattan. Zoe's life looks enviable on the surface. She works in the iconic One World Trade Center, editing stories about exotic destinations. But beneath the hustle, she's struggling. Her salary barely covers her Brooklyn rent, student loans, and credit card debt from last year's Christmas gifts. Dreams of traveling the world, taking a photography course, or even owning a beautiful photograph she saw at Helena's feel impossibly out of reach. "I can't afford it," she thinks, a phrase that defines her existence. As Zoe exits the subway at Fulton Center, she passes through the Oculus, a soaring marble structure that feels like a cathedral. She's walked this path countless times, but today, something feels different. A digital ad on the massive LED wall catches her eye. A fishing boat stranded in a desert, with the words, "If you don't know where you're going, you might not like where you end up." The message unsettles her, echoing a photograph at Helena's, a vibrant image of a seaside village at dawn that's been haunting her thoughts. Standing by the 9/11 memorial, Zoe whispers to herself, "What am I doing with my life?" For the first time, she questions where she's headed and whether she's living the life she truly wants. Chapter 2. The Photograph and a Mysterious Barista. Zoe's unease follows her to work, where she dives into the chaos of editing articles for the magazine's spring issue. At lunch, her perceptive boss, Barbara, notices Zoe's distraction. Zoe confides about the photograph at Helena's, a stunning seaside scene that captivates her, though she assumes it's unaffordable. Barbara suggests she talk to Henry, the elderly barista at Helena's, describing him as someone who sees things differently. Zoe's skeptical but intrigued. She's also wrestling with a bigger decision. Her friend Jessica has offered her a higher-paying job at a media agency uptown. The salary could ease her financial strain, but the high-stress role doesn't excite her. Her parents are divided. Her mom urges her to be content, while her dad subtly pushes for the job. Zoe feels stuck, unsure of her next move. The next morning, Zoe arrives at Helena's early to study the photograph. It's a serene image of a fishing village, titled simply Yes, priced at $1,200, more than she can imagine spending. As she gazes at it, a voice says, "Mykonos." It's Henry, the barista, with a warm smile and a knowing air. When Zoe admits she can't afford the photo, Henry says something startling. "If you can afford that latte, you can afford this photograph." Zoe laughs, thinking he's joking, but Henry's serious. He suggests she's richer than she thinks and introduces the latte factor, a metaphor for small, daily expenses that add up over time. That $5 latte, he explains, costs $35 a week or $1,825 a year. Invested at a 10% return, it could grow to $339,073 in 30 years or $948,611 in 40 years. Zoe's mind reels. Could her daily coffee habit really be holding her back? Henry challenges her to track her spending for one day to uncover her own latte factor. Zoe agrees, and what she finds is eye-opening. Beyond lattes, she's spending on takeout, bottled water, and subscriptions she barely uses, small purchases that drain hundreds of dollars monthly. Henry's point sinks in. It's not about giving up coffee. It's about understanding the math and making intentional choices. Chapter 3. The 3 Secrets to Financial Freedom. Over the next few days, Henry shares his 3 secrets to financial freedom, each building on Zoe's growing awareness. These principles form the core of the Latte Factor, offering a roadmap to financial independence that's accessible to anyone. Secret number 1. Pay yourself first. Henry's first secret is pay yourself first. Most people, he explains, spend their income on taxes, rent, and expenses, leaving nothing for savings. Instead, you should prioritize yourself by setting aside a portion of your income, ideally the first hour of each day's earnings, for savings or investments before paying anyone else. Zoe's skeptical. Her budget is already stretched thin, but Henry shows her that even $5 a day, the cost of her latte, can make a difference. At a 10% return, $5 daily becomes $30,727 in 10 years, $339,073 in 30 years. The key is compound interest, which grows small, consistent savings exponentially over time. Secret number 2. Don't budget. Make it automatic. The second secret addresses Zoe's fear of lacking discipline. Don't budget. Make it automatic. Budgets often fail because they require constant effort. Instead, automate your savings by setting up transfers from your paycheck to a 401k, savings account, or dream account for goals like travel or education. Automation ensures you pay yourself first without thinking about it. Zoe tests this by setting up an automatic transfer of $10 a day to a savings account, funded by cutting back on takeout and canceling unused subscriptions. To her surprise, she barely notices the difference in her daily life, but her savings begin to grow. Secret number 3. Live rich now. The third secret is the most transformative. Live rich now. Financial freedom isn't just about future wealth. It's about aligning your spending with your values today. Henry asks Zoe what matters most to her. She lists freedom, adventure, and beauty. He urges her to redirect her money toward those priorities, maybe a photography course or a trip to Mykonos, while cutting expenses that don't serve her dreams. Zoe realizes she's been spending on things like expensive lunches to keep up with coworkers, not on what truly brings her joy. This shift in perspective feels liberating. Living rich doesn't require a fortune, it requires intention. Chapter 4. A Turning Point. Zoe's conversations with Henry are interrupted by a crisis. During lunch with Barbara, intending to discuss the agency job, Zoe gets a call. Her mother has collapsed and is in the hospital. Zoe rushes to upstate New York, berating herself for not noticing her mom's declining health. The diagnosis is devastating: pancreatic cancer, with little time left. At her mother's bedside, Zoe hears words that change her forever. Don't settle, Z. Don't live half your life. Live it all. Her mother makes her promise to pursue her dreams without regrets. Miraculously, her mom stabilizes, gaining a bonus round of 6 months, during which Zoe visits often, cherishing their time together. Back in New York, Zoe reflects on Henry's question, what's important to her? She adds family to her list of freedom, adventure, and beauty. She realizes she's been working long hours for a life that doesn't fulfill her. Inspired by her mother's words and Henry's lessons, Zoe makes bold choices. She declines the agency job, choosing to stay at the magazine she loves. She meets with HR to set up a 401k and opens 2 savings accounts, one for a photography course, one for adventure, automating small daily transfers. She negotiates with Barbara for annual radical sabbaticals to travel, promising to work remotely and send postcards. That night, Zoe sleeps soundly for the first time in years, the constant hum of financial worry silenced by her new sense of control. Chapter 5. 3 years later. Fast forward 3 years. Zoe, now 30, stands in Mykonos, Greece, on her birthday, photographing the same seaside village from the Helena's print. Her life has transformed. She's paid off her credit card debt by automating payments and avoiding late fees, a significant latte factor. She's saving for her student loans, a longer-term goal, and has built a retirement account and an adventure account. With help from her friend Georgia, Zoe learned to cook, slashing her takeout costs. She canceled and used subscriptions and gym memberships, redirecting those savings to her dreams. Her duplex in Brooklyn, co-owned with her dad, has a bedroom where she writes and practices yoga. Her photography course led to a promotion at the magazine, where she's now a contributing columnist, with her Mykonos photos slated for the next issue. Zoe's taken 3 radical sabbaticals, a trip to Maine with her dad, a journey through the American Southwest, and now Greece. Each enriched her life without breaking the bank, proving that living rich is about experiences, not extravagance. She's become a regular at Helena's, befriending Georgia and learning from Henry's wisdom. Her mother's passing was a profound loss, but their 6-month bonus round gave Zoe closure and purpose. As she snaps photos in Mykonos, Zoe feels like the richest woman in the world, not because of her bank balance, but because she's living a life aligned with her values, free of regrets. Chapter 6. The Power of the Latte Factor. The Latte Factor is a masterclass in simplicity. Through Zoe's story, Bach and Mann show that financial freedom is achievable for anyone, regardless of income, age, or debt. The book's charts illustrate the miracle of compound interest. $5 daily savings at 10% grows to $948,612 in 40 years. $10 daily becomes $1,897,224. Even $1 a day, like bottled water, can yield $519,732 over 50 years. The Latte Factor Challenge encourages readers to track their spending for one day to identify small, wasteful expenses, coffee, snacks, and used subscriptions that could be redirected to savings. The Double Latte Factor Challenge extends this to monthly expenses like cable or phone plans for even bigger savings. Bach's personal story, shared in the book's conversation section, adds depth. Inspired by his grandmother Rose, who saved $1 a week to become a millionaire, Bach emphasizes starting small and staying consistent. His grandmother's regret, choosing this safe road over risk, shaped his mission to help others live boldly. The book's parable format makes these lessons accessible, especially for those intimidated by finance. Zoe's transformation from financial chaos to clarity mirrors what readers can achieve by applying the 3 secrets. Pay yourself first, make it automatic, and live rich now. Chapter 7. Critiques and Broader Context. The Latte Factor has been praised for its simplicity and inspiration, with endorsements from figures like Oprah's producer Candy Carter and financial expert Gene Chatsky. However, critics like Helene Olin argue that the book oversimplifies systemic issues. Not everyone can save $5 a day, especially with stagnant wages or rising costs. The assumed 10% return is optimistic. 6 to 7% is more realistic. Bach acknowledges these challenges, emphasizing that even $1 a day counts, and the principles scale to any income. The book's focus on personal responsibility doesn't address structural barriers, but it empowers readers to control what they can. The parable's emotional resonance, especially Zoe's promise to her dying mother, grounds the financial advice in universal themes of purpose and regret. Bach's own story, risking a stable career to write and teach, reinforces the message. Living rich means taking calculated risks to pursue what matters. The book's worksheets and online tools, like the Latte Factor Calculator at davidbach.com, make the advice actionable, encouraging readers to start small and build momentum. Conclusion: your Latte Factor journey. Zoe's story ends in Mykonos, but it's really a beginning. By embracing small changes, tracking her spending, automating savings, prioritizing her values, she transforms her life without a massive salary or windfall. She keeps her promise to her mother, living fully, free of regrets. The Latte Factor is a call to action. You don't need to be rich to live rich. Identify your Latte Factor, those daily or monthly expenses that don't serve your dreams. Pay yourself first, even if it's $1 a day. Automate your savings to build wealth effortlessly. And live rich now by spending on what matters most, whether it's family, adventure, or personal growth. The book's message is timeless. Small actions, compounded over time, create extraordinary results. Bach's grandmother saved $1 a week to become a millionaire. Zoe saved $10 a day to buy her freedom. What's your number? Take the Latte Factor Challenge. Track your spending for one day. Then try the Double Latte Factor to cut monthly costs. Visit davidbach.com for tools to calculate your savings potential. Share your journey with friends or a book club, as Bach suggests, to stay motivated. As Zoe learned, you're richer than you think. Your dreams are closer than they seem. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into the latte factor.